Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Formula Virtual Racing. We are here live for the Russian Grand Prix around the Sochi Autodromo, the former Olympic park of course, the Russian Winter Olympics. A voice you've not heard in a few weeks' time. He is back tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back, Brendan, ladies and gentlemen. A round of applause.
Well, I'm alive anyway, so... And how are you, Evan?
I am not too bad. Excited for the race. Of course, we had a good race in Imola. Preston Brennan and was the winning his first Grand Prix. He's not here tonight, actually. He's being replaced by Lewis McWilliam, who is returning to the sport for this one-off race around Russia. Of course, he won in Russia last season, so don't be surprised if he does get a good result here today. We're on board with Charlie Goodrick now, mind you, but Lewis is he likes Russia. He really likes Russia. Another driver who is back tonight is Mr. Kyle Albert. He's back in the Red Bull, not on track at the moment. He'll be on track in a few moments' time. Neither of the Red Bulls on track right now, but Kyle is back, ladies and gentlemen. Cue your full stops of applause. He is back in Sochi. He hasn't driven since Season 3. He was in the Racing Point that season, but he's back here now, and we're here in Sochi. Of course, a very interesting Formula Virtual Racing Academy race last night, so this one has all the potential of a good bout.
Yep, qualifying. Let's see who can get the lap in. The track limits are important enough here.
Yeah, track limits can be a very a difficult one, but also can be an easy one if you nail it right. Of course, the man joining me alongside me has been a winner of track limits and not getting warnings. We have Mr. Expert in the commentary box. And something we haven't done in a while, Brendan. Would you like to pick someone to go on board with for a lap? Oh, contact! Hold on a second. There's a McLaren of Charlie Goodrick and Yaragos have collided in qualifying. The Ferrari has gone into the wall. Apologies for the overcut there, but that wasn't clever. That was not clever in the slightest. Brendan, would you now like to pick someone to go on board with?
Alright, Luke's about to start one now, so we'll start with him. Just born to get the exit off the last corner because long straight. And as the end goes through the turn 1 kink, not really turn 1 but classified as turn 1. And now down towards turn 2, important spot you're braking. Unlike Fernando Alonso, he does make the corner. And now you tuck to the inside and hug the left for this long fast left-hander for braking for the 90-degree corner right. And another 90-degree corner right-hander coming up fairly quickly as you are into sector 2. Another right as you just try to keep the car within the track limits, and also to the left now before braking for another right-hander of 90 degrees. Get on the power, get on the DRS, and off you go down the back straight as you reach around 320, 321. Important to get your braking right here. Try to carry as much speed as you can, but without compromising the exit. And in sector 3 here, a bit more technical compared to the others. And just pick your right line through here, as sometimes already been posted. And let's see, where will Landing Luke be able to put his Alpine? This last corner. Get to the right exit, and it is a 131.3, so P6 at the moment.
P6 for Luke. It is P1 currently for the last season's champion in the orange coloured McLaren, where he started his F4 career. He has set a 130.4. Legend Rosenberg slots in behind, 2/10 down, and Jack Redmond third. Fun fact about Jack Redmond: he's has a fractured collarbone, so that's going to be a little bit of discomfort. His Haas teammate of Tyler Davison, who's back in the Haas for tonight, has put himself second. Of course, you were just watching Brendan's onboard commentary lap. Oh, how I've missed those. They were sweet. But Brendan, you should notice a lot of people missed you last week because I kept making mistakes and no one was here to pull me up on them.
Oh well. Normality has been restored.
Brady Pollock has gone 12th with a 149.1, 18 seconds off the pace, which is not too shabby if you ask me. Warburton is on a lap now as well into the final sector. We'll see where the Red Bull goes as he flies through the 290-degree rights of the Sochi Autodromo. A little bit of a, I don't know if that's just a wobble over the curb or a lag spike, but he has managed to beat Brady, and that's probably a good thing, because if he didn't, there'll be some serious concerns. You have someone else on the lap. That is Jake Marsh in his Ferrari. He has just finished the not banked corner, apologies, the long left-hander of turn number 4. Jake Marsh is on a set of the mediums, however, so do keep that in mind. We'll get the tyres up for the start of the qualifying session. There they are. Only one man on the medium so far, that is Kieran Spears. Jake and Kyle are both on the mediums. Jake Marsh pushing his Ferrari through the middle sector now, the number 49 winner in Portugal, of course. If you did forget, he won the Portuguese Grand Prix. He hasn't had much success since then. He had a podium, actually, apologies, in Imola last week. Finished second. No first place yet, as we now go inside the Ferrari cockpit. Click a left. Very difficult corner, that one. Have to short shift up to 5th gear and just hope that the power sticks. Very tricky last sector here. You can get it wrong, but you can also gain a lot of time. Is Tyler back on wheel? He is back on wheel. So here comes Jake Marsh across the line. He's put himself 12th on the mediums. He's going to have to go quicker than that if he wants to get a good qualifying result. He needs to go much quicker. His Ferrari teammate is out on track as well. We join him at the same point we joined Jake. This is Liam Huisman in the Ferrari. He scored his first points of the season in his debut for the Scuderia Ferrari team. The team from Maranello. He's invalidated this one, actually, so that is the end of his lap.
Let's see Jake keep it going again. Okay, he's not going to improve here.
I think he's backed off there. Can't seem to go for another one. A couple of drivers out of the pits, though. Jack Redmond and Legend Rosenberg.
Juan is out for the first of his 2 runs, I assume.
Yeah, of course, Juan Hernandez only really does 2 runs in qualifying, which, well, what you're about. Why he does it? Well, I do it too. He doesn't opt for mediums. Normally, most people do a medium soft, and he doesn't. He just does 2 soft runs. But there is one person, oh no, apologies, that is just Yara Ghost, who is on a lap. Wonder where you learned that, says Khalil. Oh yes, I learned someone's surname off your edit. Well done, Khalil. Well done. You can take credit for that one. So, we head down. We're on board with Legend Rosenberg. You're not on a lap, but you can really see how long this straight is when a car is not at full ERS and quality pace. Here we go for the Aston Martin. He will be standing lap. Jack Redmond has actually started his lap. The Irishman currently in Sector 1. Oh, a bit of a slide on the curb for the Haasman. Listen to the Haas roar, however. Well, I say roar, it is a Haas.
Sector with 44,000 improvement.
Lewis currently 0.2 of a second on pole position. He's storming this one in his return. Here comes Jack Redmond. Pushing the limits is the Irishman. Of course, he'll be in a bit of discomfort in the cockpit of that Haas. He actually won on track here last season, but had a 5-second time penalty that took his win away from him. Vesco Badi then inherited the win, and then Lewis McWilliam inherited it after that. It was a bit of an FIA sort of shambles here last season, but it was all sorted, and we didn't have the Twitter stands after us. That's because there is none. Here comes Jack Redmond into the final chicane, and then we have the double right-handers. Enzo King currently looking comfortable in 5th. We haven't really talked about him yet. He finished 10th last week in Imola. It's a wobble for the Haas through the final corner, and he slides across the line, pure rally style, has a spin, and pushing the limits, surely. It has. Yep, he's on the exact same time as Legend according to our screens. However, there may be a minimal difference if you go through all the decimal points of them.
No, he's Jack's 1,000 ahead in my screen.
Okay, just a visual glitch there, but Jack Redmond is ahead of the Aston Martin of Legend Rosenberg. Legend didn't race this race last season. He was replaced by Yassine Sadfi. He enters the final right-hander now across the line. It is pole position for Legend Rosenberg. He beats the McLaren of Lewis McWilliam. But Lewis is improving by a tenth of a second. 7 minutes and 29 left in qualifying. 3/10 now for Lewis McWilliam. He's flying around the Sochi Autodromo. Just needs a good last sector here, and even if he doesn't, we know he has potential in the lap. Here he goes, getting close to the left wall there. Takes some curb, as you do, and takes a lot more curb there, and powers it across the line, almost does what Jack does, but the one thing he doesn't do, that Jack does, was slot himself into fourth as he slots himself back on top, but lost a lot of time in that last sector, Brendan. He was 3/10 up.
That is interesting, you'll see.
Oh, he's slipstreaming his teammate. There goes Charlie Goodrick. Them two
just no,
working together well.
Jack had lost, or well, both had lost time in sector 2. So see, I think, well, Legend has time to gain in both sector 1 and 2.
Oh, Charlie's made a mistake. Oh, he's kept it valid there. Apologies for that, Brendan. Oh, that's a mistake. And he's kept it valid, surprisingly.
The Williams aren't doing too bad now. P8 and P11.
P8 and P11 is good for the Williams. That is very good for the Williams team, who have underperformed all season, as Charlie Goodrick has, with the probably the smallest corner cut of the day, has managed to invalidate his lap. Juan Hernandez is up to 5th for Mercedes. Mercedes 5-6 going well. Jerome Muller improving by almost 2/10 of a second as he heads into the final section of this Sochi Autodrome. Here, 5 minutes and 50 left in qualifying. On board with the AlphaTauri. Good last sector. He's improved by a tenth. It's no positional change, but it is good there. Gifachero, he's backing off on his lap. Kieran Spears is in the Aston Martin for today again. He's the main driver now, of course, remember. He's currently 14th, and I'm sure Aston Martin are not used to having a car down in 14. Still some big names to set a lap. Aaron McFall hasn't set a valid time yet, and he's not going to set one on this lap either. He needs to get a hurry on. Oh, Kyle, we all witnessed that corner cut. And Adrian Teisch has actually had a spin. That's what the yellow flag was for in Sector 1. It was for the Alfa Romeo of Adrian Teisch. That's what that one was for there. Brady Pollock down to 12th. He's doing no line today, so that is why you may see him off the pace for the AlphaTauri crew. Started the season well, did AlphaTauri, but they have dropped off since the absence. Help me with that word. The absences, that's the one, of Esteban Ocon. I'm sure you didn't miss that, me and my stupidity.
Oh well, I'm happy to be back.
Nah, it's what you get when you sign up. Here comes Liam Hoosman for Ferrari. Probably the most anti-Ferrari name ever. Limano Husmano would be more. He's down on his time by a lot, so we're going to stop talking about his name. Aaron McFall is pushing through on a lap. This could be his last lap of the day, mind you, because I can't really see him getting back to the pits unless this isn't a push lap. But it looks like it's a push lap because he is sending it through this middle sector. Needs to manage to not invalidate this one because this is crucial for his qualifying session. He has not got a time on the board. He's purple in 2, but I'm unsure if that one is legit. Kieran Spears back on the pace. He's gone 6th for Aston Martin, and that is more like it for the second of the Constructors' Championship leaders. Aaron's made a mistake there. He is still carrying on, and this will most likely be a valid lap if he can just stick it down. Final corner, accelerate across the line. It is 3rd spot, and that's not a bad lap from the Alpine at all. That is
too bad.
That is where he wants that car to be. But that is him done for qualifying, meaning the 4 cars around him of Lewis McWilliam, Legend Rosenberg, Tyler Davison and Jack Redmond will get another go at it. And just doesn't it feel weird seeing Lewis in a McLaren and Legend in an Aston? They've been teammates for 2 seasons now. here comes Legend. He is actually on his final timed run of the session, or second final timed run, if he doesn't validate. But he started very early. What's his first sector like? Is it an improvement? We will see just coming up now. It is a marginal improvement, but he needs a little bit more if he wants to beat the fierce Scotsman at the top of the timing sheets. Into sector 2. This is a very hard track actually to push fully on, because you do expect it's like Singapore without walls is what I kind of describe it as, because you can't really go over the limit or you will make a mistake. Legend getting some slipstream from the Alpine of Aaron McFall. Them two working together seemingly here as Legend cuts to the inside. He's now 0.3 of a second up, and Lewis is not going to be liking that one bit. Legend Rosenberg tucking into the final sector. To be a fantastic pole lap. If it was, there was a little bit of a wobble there that could have lost him a few times. A few times. A little bit of time would be more grammatically correct. But one thing that is correct is that Legend Rosenberg shoots himself up to the top of the timing team for the Aston Martin Cognizant Formula 1 team. Lewis McWilliams attempt now the German helmet on that Scotsman. Of course, that is in tribute of Sebastian Vettel. Lewis is marginally up in Sector 1. He needs a lot more than that if he wants to take pole position.
He does have time to get into that sector though.
He has a lot of time to get into the last sector, yes. As there was an improvement there. That was Luke Davis, who has gone 7th for Alpine. That's his final run of the day, but I'm sure he won't be too disappointed with that. We're still in Sector 2. There's a wobble for McWilliam. He's down the final straight. Kieran Spears is done for qualifying. He set his lap very late though, so he wasn't going to get it back out for another run. Final sector. Lewis is down on his time from that little bit of a wobble, but he has time to gain in the last sector. This could be very, very close at the top of the Sochi timing tower. Here we go. Into the last sector. Needs to send it through here. He's a bit more cautious. Needs to send it through the final corner. Oh, it's pole! Or is it pole? No. He's second on it. No, he invalidated on the last corner. Jake Marsh has gone and beaten Lewis.
What?
There's a timing error there as Lewis McWilliam invalidated his lap on the last corner. Jake Marsh has beaten Lewis, but they all are stuck behind Legend Rosenberg. But keep an eye on the Hasses. They still have runs. No, Redmond's gone. Tyler's still in his time though. He's flinging it through the middle sector and he's got to come up behind his Haas teammate. His teammate currently on the apex. Here comes Tyler Davison. Drama in qualifying. We expect nothing less from this season. It has been a crazy one. Tyler Davison's going to get slipstream. Oh, you'd never guess who it's from in a million years. But here comes Tyler.
Let's see the time now.
He's up by a 10th. It's looking good. Remember, Jake isn't on pole. It's still Legend. There's just a graphic error with Lewis's lap because Lewis would be on pole, only he invalidated on the last corner. The trick up his sleeve was not a successful one. Here into the last sector is Tyler Davison. Final corner. No position improvement. Does improve his time, but no positional improvement. Jack Redmond, as we said, is done on his lap. Enzo King has beat them all and slotted himself up to 4th. We didn't even see that one. So focused on Tyler, he slotted himself up to 4th. And Yara Ghost could still improve on his lap. He has not, and that is qualifying done here in Sochi. Kyle not getting a lap on the board in the end, meaning Red Bull would start 18th and 20th. But it is Legend Rosenberg who takes pole around Sochi.
Well, that's a very interesting quality, as Lewis had pole. In a way, well, much like Verstappen in Saudi Arabia, the last corner was the killer.
The last corner was the killer. Lewis just pushed the boundaries a bit too much, and unfortunately that's what happened to Max Verstappen, as you said, in Saudi Arabia. Just pushed the boundaries too much, and the last corner was the killer. But Legend Rosenberg will start on pole. The amount of times we have said that in the last 2 seasons is surreal. Legend Rosenberg has beating Jay by less than a tenth. Jay wasn't even up there in qualifying, so that one is a shock. Another man wasn't up there. It was Enzo King in 4th, but it is Lewis starts 3rd, Aaron 5th, Tyler 6th, 1-7, Jack 8th, Luke 9th, 10th for Liam, 11th for Charlie, 12th Kieran Spears, so he dropped down the order in the end. Jerome Muller 13th, Giftchero 14th, but Track Evolution was big there, because yesterday it happened, of course, in the Formula Virtual Racing Academy race, and here that drivers who set their lap late shot up the timing screen, so Track Evolution is a biggie.
Yeah. Track Evolution, obviously, it's very important in Russia, so you don't get that much racing, so that means when you do go there, the Evolution, it really ramps up. There are some other places where there's more racing, you'll find more grip earlier on, but you won't get that much gained of a grip.
If we just have a little chat now, Lewis McWilliam, before he ran wide in the last corner, was 0.280 up on his time, meaning he would have obliterated pole, absolute smashed pole position, but he pushed too much, and unfortunately the McLaren is not on pole in Russia for this one. But Brendan, now that you're back with me, I can ask this question again. Who's going to win the FIA Russian Grand Prix?
Well, not really sure. It's a difficult enough one, because obviously Lewis, he had the pace, but then messed it up his pole lap twice. He lost the time in the last sector in one run, and then just the last corner and the final run. So, all up in the air, and honestly, I can't really tell who's going to win the race, but if it's anything like yesterday in FIRA, whoever makes the good strategy call or just keeps out of the firing line will end up in getting a good result, win, podium, whatever it may be.
Yes, and Juan disqualified from the where's that? That's not great for you, Juan. But yes, there's the tyres. These mediums can do about 15 to 16 laps here or there. Tyre wear isn't a big one here, but tyre wear anywhere on a racetrack is of course big in some sense, but it's not as big here. Of course, if you do too many laps, your tyres will burst and you'll get a puncture. Or if you stay out on the slicks during the rain. We don't have any weather reports with us here, but if it is raining and Lewis McWilliam is leading the race, well, we'll have to see what happens from there. The tyres, of course, as we said, Charlie Goodrick is starting on the mediums down in 11th, followed by Kieran Spears and Jerome Muller. Brady Pollock 16th on the mediums, as well as Chloe and Adrian. Disappointing qualities from all them down there. They can probably all do much better than that, but Kyle was saying that he's so useless. Nah, Kyle, we love you down in 20th, and Kyle's going to have a brilliant race. You remember that, and you come back to that clip when Kyle finishes on the podium. If Kyle finishes on the podium, I'm going to look like such a fixer and such a genius at the same time. But Brendan, it's a long run to turn 1. He's losing a good spot here realistically, because he is down in 3rd and will get that slipstream. Is he in a good spot, or is pole just the best?
See, he will get the slipstream, so who knows?
Lewis McWilliam, of course, was one corner away from his 10th pole in history. Formula Team Raiders in the chat, that's Khalil. He runs FWR stats, and he's providing me with stats during the commentary. Greatly appreciated, Khalil. Keep that one up for the rest of the race. We line up on the grid, though. In Sochi, it will be... Is that a McLaren at the back who will be lining us up? Or is it Kyle? It is the McLaren of Charlie Goodrick who will be lining us up. It's a McLaren in 3rd, a McLaren in 11th. Of course, McLaren qualified 1st and 2nd last week in Imola and won the race. That was Lewis McWilliam. No, it was not Lewis McWilliam. That was Preston Brennan who won in Imola. It was Charlie Goodrick finished in 4th. It is Lewis McWilliam in 3rd for them now. But we get ready to go racing in Sochi. 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. We are racing in Sochi. What's the race start like? That looks like a decent launch from Lewis McWilliam already. Jake Marsh pulls over to break the toe, and the McLaren tucks in behind it. There's an Alpine. That's Aaron McFall making some moves. He's alongside Enzo King, but here comes Jake Marsh for the race lead. Is it going to be around the outside? No, it's not. That move doesn't work. One has oh, Lewis is into the wall. Lewis into the wall. He's dropping down. He's around. There was a squeeze from Jake Marsh, and the McLaren has fallen down the order, but we cut back up. Enzo King, the fast starter here. Oh, he's in the wall now. It's everyone in the wall. See if you get to second. Tyler Davison's got past Jake Marsh. Haas are up to second and down to seventh at the same time. Aaron McFall looking to make a move. Very disappointing for Lewis McWilliam. He's down to 18th now and has a lot of work to do. Liam Redmond at the back of the pack as well as Jerome Muller. Tyler Davison is in second spot. Legend's got a good getaway, but he was challenged into turn 1 by Jake Marsh. Jake got it all wrong on the exit of 2, and Lewis McWilliam ended up in the wall because of that. There is someone who is dead again, and I have a funny suspicion that it is Lewis McWilliam. Positional change. Tyler is up 4 positions. Haas need a good result to save their season. He's up 4 positions to second. Jake Marsh down 1 to third, but that's not that big of an issue. That is Gift Pachero, who is down and around to 17th. Lewis, though, is already on the back of this back train. Enzo King has picked up a penalty already. That's not very good. He will struggle on the warnings as Legend Rosenberg sets our fastest lap of the race as expected. Juan Hernandez is still challenging on the back of Aaron McFall, despite Aaron getting a better launch than him.
Yep. So very interesting to see here now. Who has got the race pace? Obviously, qualifying is a different story to race pace. And some people might struggle with the different track limits more, as maybe in qualifying it's a bit easier because you have the light car, the best tyres. But now you're
someone's gone. That's the Williams who's had a collision. That is the Williams around at turn 4, and wing damage there, and that's not going to be good for the strategy. And it's not going to be good at all. Kieran Spears is challenging Brady Pollock for 11th spot. Aston Martin have started the race well with one car. It's very mediocre for the other car. Kept position, so that's a positive more than a negative. But we do shoot back up the front quickly, and Charlie Goodrick is attacking Juan Hernandez. And that is another penalty for Gift Pachero. Enzo King is the only stopper in the race so far. He has gone for the mediums. And Kieran Spears has got past Brady Pollock there before the braking was even needed. The 25 Aston Martin has got the move done. The two Red Bulls. Oh, the two Red Bulls have made contact, and that's allowed the Scotsman of Lewis McWilliam through. He's trying to pull the switch back on Bourbion. Bit unnecessary if you ask me. Is that yep, that's a Ferrari gone of Yara Ghost. We seem to be losing a lot of cars to the walls of Sochi. A McLaren and a Red Bull.
DRS now.
Getting all wrapped up here. Yes, of course, there is DRS, and we shoot back up the front as Jake Marsh is side by side with Tyler Davison, and he has got the move done. A fairly straightforward one for the Briton, but is the other Briton behind him going to try and fight back? It's very difficult to go around the outside there. Holding an inside line is needed really if you want to get a better run. Charlie Goodrick is up to 6th on a set of the medium compound tyres. If you want to see what tyres the car is on while we're on board with them, you can check the top right hand side of your screen of the lap data. That is where you'll find that information. We will have the tyres on screen throughout the race. Some graphic changes will of course be there. Aaron McFall is running well in 4th. He had a bit of challenge from Juan Hernandez behind, but not really anymore. Aaron running solid in the DRS of Tyler Davison. Is Tyler going to absolutely send one on Jake Marsh? No, he is not. He manages to get close enough though. He could try and move into 1. Well, that's if he doesn't spin. That is if he doesn't spin. Down the back of the pack, we're not going to cut to it, but it is Yara Ghost and Gift Pachero having a bit of a battle for 16th. Of course, they're both making mistakes in the first 3 laps of Sochi. And we head on to lap 4. Kyle Albert getting past Lewis McWilliam there, so that's disappointing for the McLaren, who was spun. Here we go, down the main straight once again. Tyler Davison, he's gaining. Yara Ghost is into the pit lane, might have picked up some damage in that battle with Gift Pachero. It could definitely have happened. We have a yellow flag on the main straight. It is Lewis McWilliam in the grass. That's a bit concerning, because something has happened to cause that. He's not made that mistake on his own, unless maybe he's on his phone or something, but that'd be a bit dumb. Something's gone on there. Yeah, really struggling with the car. There is damage on that, or else his tyres are too warm. But that is concerning for the McLaren. He's down to 17th and doesn't look like it's going to be picking up anytime soon. Bit of a train forming behind either Jake Marsh or Tyler Davison. Aaron McFall, though, will be trying to get past Tyler Davison despite that.
Oh, see, the thing with the DRS stream means you're close, but they're also close to someone else, so you can't.
Tyler Davison on the back of the Ferrari doesn't go for a move.
Oh,
Jake's got it wrong. Oh no, never mind. It was just lag again. Some wonderful Wi-Fi today and yesterday. Some wonderful Wi-Fi.
The impeccable internet.
Yep. Yeah, of course, many parts of Russia wouldn't have Wi-Fi because it's very barren and very out in the middle of nowhere. That doesn't need to be represented today, folks. We don't need to do a political stand for that. As here comes Aaron McFall. He's going to try and put some sort of stand and some sort of fight to the back of Tyler Davison, who's also trying to get past Jake Marsh. Is it going to be a double whammy? No, Aaron backs off. Tyler also backs off, surprisingly. So he is seeing the effects of Jake's Wi-Fi also. Jake Marsh, though, will be happy to keep P2. Is that Borbune gone at 1? I believe it is Borbune who is gone at turn 1.
In the pits.
Lewis
in the pits.
Yeah, Lewis is in the pits and gone. McLaren have lost a driver already in this race, and Lewis, the man who wanted to possibly challenge for his 10th pole position today, is gone by lap 5. He didn't get that pole due to his own incompetence, but something has happened there that has caused him to be out of the race. It's a retirement in the pits. But something happened to cause that incident on the main straight, heading on to the lap number 4. We'll try to find that out during the broadcast, but that's a bit difficult there. Jack Redmond and Luke Davis having a fight. And it's Jack Redmond who has got past Luke Davis now in the Haas. There's a mighty train on the back of Jake Marsh here. Tyler needs to make a move or he's going to be swallowed up by about 4 cars. Look how close we're racing here. Fantastic that cars can follow like this and not make contact, especially at this speed. It always is one to fascinate me. But Tyler needs to get a little bit of extra speed down this main straight, whether it's slipstream, DRS or ERS, because he needs to get past Jake Marsh and needs to do it pronto. Lap 6 of 27. The soft runners will be looking to pit about lap 10, and he's easily passed here. He has got the slipstream. Aaron McFall can look for a move as well. Nobody else coming out of line there. Tyler Davison needs to pull away from Jake now. Jake passed him. Oh, here comes Aaron McFall. He's going to try the outside and turn forward. It's going to be a tricky one for the Alpine, but he has the craft. He has the ability. He almost has the move done. He spun the Ferrari. Jake Marsh is round.
No, Jake spun himself.
Jake Marsh is round. I'm unsure to what happened there, whether it was himself, whether it was Aaron, but whatever's happened, he's down to 10th spot.
He spun himself, but
couldn't really tell. With the lag, you cannot really tell. He's wide at the next corner, though. Almost clarts into the wall. But whatever's gone on there, Aaron McFall is true. And Tyler Davison has a little bit more of a gap behind him because there is no Ferrari in the way. Charlie Goodrick, though, on the mediums, is currently running in 5th spot here, Brendan. What will he be looking to do? Will he go for a pit stop early? Still stick to the same strategy? Or,
well, basically he'll try to go a bit longer than have the softs on and try attack.
He'll definitely be quicker in the end part of the race, though, surely, because he'll be on the softs. Although saying that, we could get a safety car, and that throws everyone's strategy in the bin. Yara Ghost picks up a 3-second time penalty. He's running 17th, 26 seconds behind Liam Redmond in 16th, so he is not looking too good there. Juan Hernandez could challenge for a move on Aaron McFall. Aaron will get the slipstream and the DRS of Tyler Davison in front of him. Jake Marsh is into the pit lane, presumably for damage repairs or a fresh set of rubber. One not close enough there to go for the move, but Aaron McFall could try something around the outside, maybe No, not quite close enough. These cars, though, running so close that they are letting the Aston in front get away. If you are on board with Tyler, you can just about see Legend Rosenberg. You can see him there. He was just through the corner. We'll definitely see him on the straight. But there he is, just in front, going through the next corner. He's not pulling away as much as he would really like to. He's still leading an FVR race by 3.4 seconds, and that can be a lengthy margin when it wants to be. What this is called here, though, is a DRS train. What this is called here, though, is Aaron McFall going for a move. He's almost nailed it. Tyler will try the switcheroo on the inside. He is got a lot of pace out of that corner. He's kept the car up the inside, and these two are having a wonderful scrap. This could invite Juan, though, to make a move. In the Mercedes behind, Tyler tries another switchback. Well, Aaron was going to push him into the pits for a second. Tyler, though, pulls into line. He'll get the DRS for the next corner. That's good racing from both of them, leaving adequate space and leaving all their talent out on the racetrack. Here comes Tyler, tucking into the slipstream. We're on board with the Haas now. He's going to go outside or inside. Aaron presumably forces him to the inside, very much so. But Tyler has got the move done anyways. Aaron trying to hold it there, but he's bounced over the curb. He has held it. He's pushed Tyler wide, and that invites Juan through. And that invites Charlie Goodrick through as well. So despite going for the move, Aaron McFall has lost Tyler 3 positions. And it was a bit over the line, but not much can be said. It's a difficult corner to try defend. Now though, Aaron has the challenge of Juan Hernandez behind him. Juan will take absolutely a lot of risks in making a move. Stick on the Alpine. He is 0.3 of a second behind. Oh, Aaron, bit of a wobble. I was going to say he's in close proximity. He certainly is now of the Alpine in front of him. Tucks into the DRS. He's definitely going to go for the move into 15 and 16. It's the outside he's going to have to go, though. He is well past, and Aaron, not much defence on this one. He's through. Most certainly, Adrian had a disconnect there. That's it. Oh, Aaron's around! No! The Alpine has gone on the power too early and has binned it. And he is down to 8th spot. Another one from that train is gone. Oh, it's just another mistake creeping into Aaron's race as Juan Hernandez has bailed into the pit lane very early, and now the man who started on mediums of Charlie Goodrick is up to 2nd position. He is running so well here. He's on such a good patch of form. You get these patches of forms in practice and you're wondering, why can't I do these in races? He certainly is producing them now. Had a great race in Bahrain, a fantastic performance in Imola, and is now currently on course for at least minimum a podium here in Sochi, because he will be on such a fast strategy coming at the end of the race. That is Borbune and Joe. Oh no, that's Junior around is what that is. A turn 1. It's a bit of a dangerous reset, Junior, but we'll allow it. He spun there. Juan Hernandez, though, we need to keep an eye on him on the undercut. Aaron McFall also into the pit lane. Enzo is going to challenge Yara Ghost for a move. Yara moves to the left hand side. It just invites Enzo through even quicker. He is on a fight back after being spun on the first lap of the race. That is the Aston of Gift Pachero around again. And Junior, you can't retire on the track. Oh no, oh no, oh no, no, no. Aaron has driven straight into the retired Alfa Romeo. And now we have a safety car. We have a safety car. Oh no, that is horrendous. Oh no, that is horrendous.
Juan's going to be raging here.
Juan has had a big mess up.
But Jack now, he's compromised.
Yep, he will get caught by the double stack.
That means Luke will be up to what should be P4 next.
That's killed Aaron's race as well, because he had pit after that spin. Kieran Spears has stayed out, and Charlie Goodrick is on the softs. Yeah, that's the controversial one. Junior should not have retired his car like that. He was parked on the circuit. And Aaron drove straight into it, expecting him to ghost, obviously. Bit of an order change. It is Kieran Spears leading, ahead of Jeroen Muller, and then Legend Rosenberg is the first of the pitters. He's still in third. Surprised we haven't heard anything from Aaron yet, because he's definitely not happy with that. Yeah, retiring on the circuit is not allowed.
Behind Charlie and Tyler, so he hasn't lost out too much.
He was behind. No, apologies, he was not behind Tyler, but
he was P2.
He was P2.
We'll see now. Legend will have to get past Jerome and Kieran.
Remember I said Kyle was going to have a good race? Take a look at his position. He's currently 9th.
Not bad.
Not bad in the slightest. We'll get the pit stops up for you now, though, if I can find the tab for them. Which is easier said than done when you're someone like me. There we go. They're called stops, not pit stops. Everyone has pit at least once, except Kieran Spears and Jeroen Muller. He is still in 2nd position, though, so he has track position and is on mediums. 10-lap old mediums, mind you. He will struggle. There's a positional change. Brendan, do you want to run through the winners and losers?
Yeah, let's just get it up. How's he? Here in Jerome, has he 11 positions each, but they will have to make a pit stop. Although they will be on the soft tyres, so not too bad for them. Legend is the big winner now, as obviously he has the net lead. Then Charlie has got up 7 positions, and obviously he started on mediums and now is on the soft, so he can attack. And the softs will last, but obviously mediums probably a little more grip towards the end. Tyler and Juan have gained, but Juan will be thinking there could have been more. They could have had a chance for the race lead if also for the safety car, or they would have at least had consolidated the P2. Luke also gained out as Kyle. Jack will probably be thinking about the double stack I was costing, and some of the bigger losers would be Enzo, although he's a chance to get back into this. Aaron, Jake, and also you have Chloe, although she hasn't lost positions, I think. We'll see Yara goes as well. Also, they didn't have a best races so far. Neither is Liam. But yeah, so that's it pretty much.
That is it, and now we will have a Aston Martin leading the safety car, while an Aston Martin is in the provisional race lead. There's the tyres. It is 10-lap old mediums for the front two, mediums for Legend. Sauce for Charlie, he'd no option to go to really, just needs to hope for another safety car. Then it is mediums for Tyler, mediums for Juan, mediums for everyone down to Brady, who's also softs, and then mediums to Adrian, and then mediums to Jake, who's on 2-lap old mediums after his spin. He hasn't actually caught up yet, so he will have warm tyres for the restart if it is in this lap, but I presume it will be. Penalties then, Borpune and Enzo and Yaraghost and Chloe with the penalties there, but we are on lap 11 of 27. The soft runners were set to pit this lap anyways for the mediums, so they're doing well in terms of strategy. One man who isn't is Charlie Goodrick, but keep an eye on him for the safety car restart. He's going to be very fast. Remember, it is not Legend doing the restart, it is Kieran Spears in the other Aston Martin. He's going to be trying to catch out Jeroen and helping Legend at the same time, presumably. Aston leading the Constructors' Championship as it stands, but that could all change after today because, well, as the famous Murray Walker used to say, anything can happen in Formula 1, and it usually does. And if it happens in Formula 1, it's even more likely to happen here, as there's a 5 seconds for Yaraghost as we go racing for the second time in Sochi. Look at the restart from Kieran Spears. He's nailed it. And we have a beautiful inside curb shot of the Aston Martin flying through. He's nailed the restart. Legend wants an early move on Giron, presumably to get himself back up and clear of the rest of the pack. There is some movement here. That is Luke Davis who's challenging Juan Hernandez. Jack Redmond doing the same. Kyle's picked up for 3 seconds, and it looks like Jack Redmond is pushing to try and get past Luke Davis. Here comes Legend though on the outside of Giron. Muller, the Avatari, is defended, but Legend's got the switch back up to second position. Oh, he's had a little bit of a push there. A little bit of a push into the wall. Giron doesn't back out. He has to back out now, though, as Legend has got the spot, and surely the Astons are just going to switch. And Kieran will let Legend through, because I can't imagine Spears will keep Rosenberg behind him. They are teammates, and Aston...
he'd want to lose time by doing so.
Yep, the Astons have always had good teamwork, and here we go. Legend is going to fly past his Aston Martin teammate. The perfect restart. Charlie Goodrick has also had a good restart. Jerome Muller sent one up the inside. Oh, what a... Not a move. It's really dangerous, and Legend Rosenberg has fallen to 5th because of that. Charlie Goodrick has had the door open, and even better, Tyler has just had Moses, who parted the sea for him. He's up to 1st, and that's not the perfect restart for Legend Rosenberg. He's behind 3 cars now. Jerome was so late on the brakes, had a lock-up, and almost sent the Aston. Kieran Spears spun round, and Jerome's crashed into the pits, but Kieran Spears spun round and just blocked everybody, and Tyler Davison snuck through like Moses, parting the seas, as we said. Juan has been sent off the circuit, and probably has to let Charlie Goodrick through. Legend Rosenberg is going to be challenging Charlie, squeezing the Mercedes to the inside curb. Down the inside goes the McLaren. They push. Juan's almost around. Legend is now through. What a chaotic lap and a half here in Sochi. Juan's still going to keep one around the outside. These two great racers throughout the years. Legend, though, now has to well, try and get past Charlie Goodrick, who's on much fresher tyres. What a crazy lap and a half here in Sochi. That was quite fantastic. Tyler leads this race by 1.6 seconds now. He's in a fantastic spot. It's his birthday weekend. How he'd love to win here today. Legend going for the outside on Charlie Goodrick. These two will be scrapping as we head into the 15-16 chicane, and Charlie Goodrick has to cede position. Legend is just quicker on those mediums, seemingly. Although slipstream, as we said, powerful. He has to keep in the slipstream first, though. There's a lot of corners that he has to keep up with the fired up Dutchman. This is the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. And Charlie Goodrick is 0.6 of a second behind. Legend is flying in the Aston. Maybe Charlie has some damage. Maybe he made contact with Kieran Spears. We'll have to find out. Luke Davis still in with a shout in this one. He's running 5th. Is the young Briton Borbune trying a move on Liam Redmond. Doesn't work though. Aaron McFall moving himself back up the order, which he needs to do. Legend gains a few tenths on Tyler Davison. We're on lap 14 of 17, halfway through the race. We've had one safety car and we've had lots of action. Junior leaves the session now. Jack Redmond still stuck behind Luke Davis, but it is Tyler who has managed to keep some sort of a gap here over the fired up Dutchman, as we said. Brady picks up a 3 seconds. Charlie Goodrick is just kept in the DRS just about here, so he will claw back in a little bit of time on the Aston Martin. This will help him defending from Juan Hernandez. Luke Davis, can he defend from Jack Redmond? Yes, the Irishman is just a little bit too far back, and Luke Davis now can keep this position, as that's Liam Redmond. That is Liam Redmond gone in the Williams. That is unfortunate for Liam. He was running well. He's down to now 15th for the Williams team. Rosenberg sets the fastest lap of the race. He is within a second almost of Tyler Davison. Tyler needs to keep him out of that second, but there is only so much you can do. Charlie Goodrick doesn't have DRS to defend from Juan, and this is Juan's chance to try get past. We drop down the order. Enzo King making moves on Borbune. Borbune now has to try defend from Aaron McFall, who's got to try the outside option. He almost nailed it on Jake Marsh. He's contact there. Very close as Aaron McFall. Can he get the outside? Oh wow, Borbune's lagging a lot, but Aaron has got the move done, and that was almost very close. He just kept the car in, and it worked out well. Battle for the lead now. 0.8 of a second. Tyler Davison leads from Legend, and Legend he's closing in. Charlie's picked up 3 seconds. That's not going to help his case. There's Juan Hernandez. Here comes Juan Hernandez. He's going to definitely try and move into 15 and 16. But to the outside. Charlie cannot defend. He's struggling on those softs. Was so much better on the mediums, and probably has damage from the incident with Kieran Spears. But Juan Hernandez has got the move done for Mercedes, and now needs to challenge Legend Rosenberg. Tyler is struggling in the last sector, it seems, but has got a good launch out of that corner, and will keep Legend 8 behind. We'll get the ERS up on you. We'll get the ERS apologies up for you on the screen. Tyler is in the clear on that one by about 15% or so. So it's close, but he does have that little bit more and that little bit of a pace advantage. Gaston very, very close to the Haas now. Haas, of course, had a good result here last season, as Charlie Goodrick is making a mistake. Is Jack Redmond going to try the outside on Luke Davis? He's not close enough, but that is Brady Pollock who has spun for Alpha. Almost clarts into the wall. That wouldn't have been good for Brady. There is a bit of a train behind Charlie Goodrick. He's just struggling on them softs, and he will have to probably make another pit stop. Oh, Aaron's around! The Alpine's gone again! And where he had his incident with Junior, he has crashed again and is into the wall, not out of the race, but no points will be scored today for the Alpine. Here we go, though. Main straight, Legend Rosenberg on the back of Davison, in front of him. This is going to be close. He's got to send one into the chicane. It'll be a bit of a trouble to go for it, and he doesn't go for it. Tyler Davison just manages to keep in front of the Aston Martin. He is doing well here, but he's right behind Tyler still. Brendan has rejoined the commentary booth. Hello once again, Brendan. As Legend Rosenberg is joining the main straight once again, where he will get the slipstream and the DRS. Adrian Tyshaw in the background, yes, he's worked their way back up into the points. Battle for the lead, though, is going to be the Aston Martin, surely soaring past the Haas here, unless Tyler can pull some magical defensive moves. Absolutely not. Legend Rosenberg retakes the lead of the Russian Grand Prix, and Tyler cannot do much about it. Does still get the slipstream into the long left-hander. He could send one here if he's close enough, but he is not close enough. He will have to sit behind, and P2 is honestly a fantastic result to him. I can't really see him pushing too much. There is a battle here, though, between Luke Davis and Charlie Goodrick. Luke Davis. Oh, the 3 wide. Jack Redmond's made it a 3 wide, and he got up the inside. Oh, the last time he did that, it didn't end well in Singapore. It's ended a lot better here. He's got a spot, and he's now attacking Charlie Goodrick. Jack Redmond. Some great racing for a man who really only has one working arm.
Oh, yeah, that's what he's doing. Is it why he did for a couple of weeks?
Steve Haas using his ERS. He wants to get past Goodrick in front of him. He wants to get past. He wants to get past. He will get past if he swaps to the inside. He's clear. That was a good dummy from the Irishman, who is up to P4. He has a penalty, but he is hunting, and Luke Davis is going to try an audacious move around the outside. He still kept the Alpine there. He's off the circuit now. This invites Kyle Albert up the inside. Kyle, he's just squeezed and just no space to go. That's unfortunate for him, as Tyler has just managed to keep in the DRS. Or has he?
It's getting aggressive out there.
It is getting very aggressive out here. Has Tyler managed to keep in the DRS? No. The rear wing on the Haas doesn't open. Legend will keep the lead, although Tyler has gained a lot by the slipstream. He's gained 3/10 on Legend Rosenberg, so if he could just manage keeping that 1 second. Here comes Luke Davis. The outside is a bold one. It's a dangerous one, but it has worked almost for Luke Davis. It didn't fully work, but he is still on the inside. He'll get a better run through the long left-hander. This could be a great move if he can pull it off. Round the corner, he's still on the outside. Fantastic defending from young Charlie Goodrick in 5th spot. That is brilliant racing from the two of them. The man in 5th has just kept Luke behind as he almost hits the wall while rejoining the track. Ooh, if he had a crash there, that one wouldn't have been good for his FVR highlights reel. He does have a penalty, he's 2 penalties ahead of Charlie Goodrick. So Charlie will drop back 6 seconds. He still has to make another stop, does Charlie? Those softs aren't going to make the end.
Wait, no. No.
Here comes Luke again though.
No. Charlie started mediums, remember?
Yeah, he did, but those softs aren't going to get to the end from lap 9.
Nah, they could.
They won't be great, but Luke Davis has got past Charlie Goodrick, and now Kyle Albert is the next man to attack the Briton in front of him. And that's a yellow flag in Sector 1. That's Adrian gone. Is this going to be a safety car? It could well be. It is a safety car, meaning everyone who hasn't passed the pit lane gets into the pit lane. Yara Ghost, Borbune, Chloe, Jake Marsh, Brady, Kieran Spears, Liam Redmond, Enzo and Aaron will get a pit stop in here, while everyone else has to do one more lap, although the safety car has crucially come out behind our leader, Legend Rosenberg, meaning...
But ahead of Juan Hernandez.
Yeah, they will be allowed pass though. They will be allowed pass. That was quite crucial for Legend to get out in front of the safety car there, actually. As we can see, piling into the pit lane, the Williams, the Red Bull of Borbune, Jake Marsh, Yara Ghost, Kieran Spears, I imagine Liam Redmond is in. Also, yes, Enzo King in for a fresh set of the softs. Oh, Enzo, you're running a bit wide on pit entry. And Fall stays out. He's only pit for fresh softs, so that's understandable. He'll jump a few spots. Of course, Aaron having that spin just a couple laps ago, where he had that collision with Gift Pachero. He'll gain 2 spots at least. He gets up to 14th, which just seems a bit of a waste when he could have gone on to fresh tyres. Although Jack Redman has to double stack again on Tyler Davison. He is backing up though to try and not make that as big, not make that hurt as much.
We'll see. Now everything changes again. Legend will have a chance to restart.
Of course, yes, Legend will be doing the restart. Legend also has great pace though, so...
Oh! No wait, he's staying out!
Is he staying? He stayed out! Legend Rosenberg stayed out! Oh, that's an interesting one. Legend has stayed out. We've 7 laps to go. Softs will easily make the end. Legend has stayed out. Is anybody else gambling? No, everybody else is in. So meaning Tyler Davison could be behind Legend on fresh soft tyres. That's a gamble and a half.
Extremely interesting.
I think it was really kind of a Lewis Hamilton and Hungary situation. He would have been, if he had a pit, other people would have stayed out, but Jack Redman has actually gained a position from the double stack as Charlie Goodrick seemingly served a penalty. Or no, got a front wing change. He must have had damage. So expect Charlie's pace to be a bit quicker here, as he will have a fresh wing and more downforce. But my god, what a gamble from Legend Rosenberg. Is that going to pay off, Brendan? Because I don't think it will. On paper it doesn't anyways.
Yeah, the pressure, but Legend seems to be the quickest man generally, so he might be able to make this work.
He might be, but Legend Rosenberg is the only man on circuit apart from the safety car who is not on a fresh set of the soft compound tyres.
It's an Aston Martin thing. Or maybe not.
I'm glad you picked up on that one.
Or, no, Kieran's on fresh softs, so...
Oh, an Aston Martin at the front of the grid sort of thing, we could say.
So now, let's just check the...
Now we have a race on our hands. Now we have a race on our hands. Yeah, we can check the penalties if you want to run them through, Brendan.
Yep, So Jack has a 3 seconds. Then Charlie has 6. Kyle will have 3. Poor Bune has 6. Chloe has 12.
Ooh.
Yargos has 3. Brady has 3. Then Aaron has 3. And Enzo has 6. As it's the case now of one Mercedes is going to be fighting for this win. The other Mercedes is a long ways down.
Yeah, this... Legend surely, well, can't win from here. I mean... Those times are going to be horrendous towards the end of the stint compared to everyone else. There's not that much drop-off.
Well, logic would dictate that he does not win this race. And he would end up about P5, P6. But obviously, racing doesn't run entirely on logic. So, I think one of the things could happen if Tyler and Juan start fighting each other rather than fighting Legend.
Yeah, I mean, it's a confusing one for sure, the fact he has a pit.
Logic does not dictate this entirely, and because if that would happen, things would look a lot more different.
But honestly, surely pitting was almost a no-risk situation. Everybody else was going to pit. It's a chance for fresh softs and a chance to close up to everyone else in the field. Like, I'd understand if not everybody else pitted and he's taking a gamble of possibly losing track position. But is this really kind of like... I know the scenarios are different, but Lewis Hamilton in Abu Dhabi, where he just has a quicker car behind him on fresh softs while he's on old mediums.
That's a different
Ironically,
case.
it's the Britishman behind the Dutchman in this scenario.
Then again, that was a different case where they would have expected it to end on the safety car. This is where you know there's going to be racing. I think Legend, obviously, he knows if he pits and then he falls behind others, he risks getting sucked into chaos.
True.
And obviously now, the more laps are done, obviously, it means obviously more chances for someone to attack him. But obviously, more laps for the softs to do. Yeah. So now he needs to manage this. If he can get a decent restart,
he could clear away here. You're not wrong. You are not wrong. But he also runs the risk that he doesn't clear away. And of course, Tyler will have a go at him. Juan will certainly have a go at him. They're just backing up the field now, though. We have an absolute fantastic end to this Russian Grand Prix, just like we did last season. And we go racing for the third time.
I think he's caught one napping.
He has caught one napping. He has not caught Tyler Davison napping. Tyler is right with the Aston Martin as we get going on lap 22. Remember though, these guys, yes, Legend is in the lead of the race. They want to fight each other as well. And Tyler's on the back of Legend already. He has a great chance of winning this race. Jack Seamley's 3 isn't fair, so we keep an eye on him here. And oh no, he's around! The Haas is around, and that's his chance gone from this race as Luke Davis on the outside of Charlie Goodrick. These two were fighting before the safety car. They're fighting again. It's a battle for the lead on lap 22. Tyler Davison, Legend is squeezing him. He doesn't have the tyres to defend. Tyler Davison leads the Russian Grand Prix. Legend's decision to not box for the softs is already failing unless he knows the slipstream is powerful and he wants a tow from the Haas to keep him going. Luke Davis, that was a fantastic overtake. We apologise for having to overcut that one, but Luke Davis with a fantastic move around the outside of Charlie Goodrick. They're almost a second off these 3 as well, but Juan Hernandez is in the mix here and he wants a race win just like everyone else does. It's racing, you kind of want a race win, but he's going to send one of Legend, that is for sure. Legend's gamble seems to not have paid off already. And that is someone gone spinning. That's Brady Pollock, who is down to the back for AlphaTauri. So his day goes from bad to worse. Tyler needs to pull away from Legend. Tyler realistically needs Legend and Juan to start fighting.
For that lap. So it shows how much they're pushing. Juan now has
the threat to Tyler here is Juan Hernandez and not Legend Rosenberg, because Legend, his gamble has not paid off on these mediums. if you have just joined us, we have just come from a safety car where everyone else apart from Legend did not pit while Legend was in the lead of the race, and it could be known as a big bottle here. But Juan could send one up the inside. He's not wasting any time as the Mercedes, he's pushing the the Aston Martin through the corners, wheel banging as we head into the middle sector. Juan is through on Legend. Juan is through quite crucially, but he's 1.4 behind, meaning he won't get a really that good of a slipstream down the main straight. Tyler has in a great position to win this race. Legend Rosenberg is still, though, within 1 second of Juan, so he will get DRS on the next lap if he can just keep with him. But Luke Davis could set his sights on a first FER podium here.
Yep, so some people gunning for some good results. And well, Juan here, let's see, his race pace is usually fairly good, and he's 1.2 now. 1.2. You could see him maybe mount an attack, maybe lap 25, 26.
Yep, he's 1.1 now, so he is gaining on the Britishman in front. Tyler's picked up a 3. Tyler has picked up a 3-second time penalty, meaning Juan Hernandez is now in the lead of the Russian Grand Prix.
Oh, but I will have to note, I think it was Juan who was battling Jack when Jack spawned, so...
Oh, could be under investigation. But one thing, here comes Luke Davis. Is he going to go to the inside? Let's over the late move from the Aston Martin. That's a bit dangerous there, as he's almost been spun round. He has. Oh no, he hasn't. This McLaren is on the outside of him. Legend is falling positions. A gamble looked stupid on paper, is looking stupid on the racetrack. He's down to 5th, this Legend, although he will gain a bit from penalties in front. Tyler, though, is not looking pretty with the penalty.
Realistically, Luke has a chance to win this race if
all goes wrong with Juan on Tyler. Luke Davis could win the Russian Grand Prix. It looks a stretch from here, but who knows? Could you check Juan's warnings while we're here?
Yeah, I shall. Juan Hernandez warnings. He has 3 warnings, but I assume one of them was for...
Yeah, I reckon one's for contact. Yeah, that's probably makes sense. It could be with Jack Redmond. He's right on the back of the Britishman here. Jack Redmond is up to 11th. He could still set his sight on points. Tyler slow through the middles to the last sector. Apologies. That's a yellow flag. That is Jack Redmond now. He's not going to set his sights on points because he's now at the back of the field. Here we go, though. 25, you said. He could launch an attack. He's going to launch an attack on lap 25. Tyler's got the exit. We'll get the ERS up for you now. Apologies, that's the wrong one.
Oh,
but here comes Juan Hernandez. He's going to try the outside. It's a difficult move for the Mercedes. But can he pull it off? No, he cannot. Yes, he can. He has pulled it off. Juan Hernandez, they're side by side around the long right-hander. But Tyler's going to lose it as he's pushed wide. Juan pushes him a bit wide. Tactically, of course. And Juan takes the lead of the Russian Grand Prix. Tyler Davison can't do much to defend it. But he is going to launch another charge. Juan is so much better on the ERS. And Luke Davis is still on course for 2nd here, although he does have Charlie Goodwick still behind him. Tyler needs to stick with Juan and get the DRS on the next main straight. The thing is, he could still find himself getting that penalty removed, although I think he's got another warning there. So if he has, that's no penalty removed for sure. He has got the DRS, he has got the launch, he will still have a go as there's a lot of movement on the timing chart. He's not pulling into the DRS, he is going to pull to the outside, he's going to send one down the inside of Juan Hernandez. There's the Haas, no, he backs off. That's a very peculiar one. He's not gone for the race lead.
Because he just gets slipstream right back.
Charlie Goodrick is right on the back of the Alpine, and this is allowing Legend to stick with these guys, because if their softs start falling off, Legend will be right with them, although I can't imagine the softs will start to fall off. Tyler is going to have another go down the main straight. This gap and this battle between Luke Davis and Charlie Goodrick is crucial for Tyler's race. Legend has picked up a 3-second time penalty, meaning he won't gain anything from penalties. Juan is weaving. Is Tyler going to send one into one? He's lifting off on the main straight. Tyler knows this is a time game and a penalty game, game as Charlie Goodrick has sent Luke off the circuit. He sent him off the track, and if Luke's got an illegal overtake, oh, they've made contact. They've made contact. Charlie trying to stick. Oh, even more contact. What's gone on here? It's crazy. It is crazy. Legend Rosenberg has snuck himself back up onto the podium.
Jake's off as well.
What was Luke doing there? It's chaos everywhere. Luke just was braking around the left-hander. Was he losing traction? But now Tyler knows. If one picks up a penalty, they're in a straight fight here. Tyler might not lose anything. Jake Marsh is out, and I think the Williams and something gone on with the Williams and the Ferrari there.
I think something happened there, and I think Enzo was involved in some of that. I think it's Thomas that he's crashed.
Enzo's gone. Enzo is gone also. Tyler's not gone for a move as we head onto the last lap. They're about even on ERS now, as Enzo is gone. One Mercedes could win the Russian Grand Prix, one won't even finish it. Luke Davis still has no penalty, remember, but he's definitely under investigation for that peculiar incident with Charlie Goodrick.
See now, Tyler, his penalty won't
it won't affect him really unless he starts fighting with Juan Hernandez, which is a possibility. He's not going to be close enough by the end of this straight, or will he? He's gaining into the slipstream. Comes Tyler Davison, the Briton. He's gone for the race lead. He takes the race lead. Juan still on the outside. Juan still on the outside, pushes the Haas and almost spins him. Juan has kept this race lead. He doesn't need to fight it this hard, but Tyler could get his penalty removed.
Aaron and Yara goes flying as well. Just some fighting for
Liam Redmond could get a good jump here. He's no penalties. Neither does Kieran Spears. It's so close here in Russia. We're focusing on the race lead though, because, well, obviously we're focusing on the race lead. We had a last lap battle for the win last season in Russia. We have another one here. Of course, Tyler Davison has his penalty, but it could be removed. We have to wait and see for the steward's documents. But here we go. It's about even on ERS, but one crucial element of this is that Tyler Davison has the DRS. He's had a mistake though. It's going to be a fight into the last chicane on the last lap. Here comes Tyler Davison. He's pushing. Is it the in? Is it the out? It's the inside for Tyler in the Haas. He's got down the inside and Juan's wide. Juan Hernandez has gone wide. The Haas has gone round the inside, which is now the outside. Juan keeps it in, but Tyler takes the lead on the last lap. Juan ran wide in the final chicane, and it looks like Tyler Davison's going to cross the line first, but I don't think he's going to keep it on track. Tyler Davison takes his third Formula Virtual Race win for Haas, but Juan wins it by the penalties. Legend will finish third. Luke Davis will finish third, and Kyle Albert will finish sixth. Kieran Spears will finish fifth. Charlie Goodrick will finish seventh. Aaron McFall eighth. Liam Redmond will finish seventh. Borbune 10th, picks up the final points. And wow, just wow, what a race.
I think we're in for there'll probably be some logistics more say than for these penalties.
What a last lap scrap between Tyler and Juan. That was crazy.
Honestly, now the whole thing is, does Tyler have a penalty he can remove? Is Juan going to get penalised for the Jack incident? Did Luke do anything there that could have...
There's a lot of investigation on it, but as it stands right now, Juan is the winner of the Russian Grand Prix.
Legend himself even remove any penalties.
Yeah, possibly. Brady set the fastest lap on the last lap. He will get a point for that, mind you. So Brady gets the point for the fastest lap despite finishing 14th. Kyle picks up driver today. I told you so. But Juan is officially a Russian Grand Prix winner for now. He stands on the podium for Mercedes, picking up his second FVR race win. But it is we have to wait and see. Can Tyler get his penalty removed? It's so interesting, really. It is oh so interesting to see can Tyler get his penalty removed. Juan Hernandez, though, as of now, is your winner of the Russian Grand Prix. The Spaniard picks up his second Formula Virtual Racing win. hold on 1 second. We're getting a report in here from the man who finished second. Haas, there's your full race results on screen. It was Luke Davis' podium. Tyler Davison could possibly get his warning removed, but he doubts it, meaning it looks like it will be a Juan Hernandez victory. Race time of 46 minutes 41 seconds. It looks like it will be a Juan Hernandez victory.
Oh, just a note, Liam got P7, so yeah, ding, I suppose it's normal.
Yeah, and I don't know if you heard there, Brendan, but it looks like Tyler has said that he could possibly get his warning removed, but it is doubtful. So, that is the situation there, Brendan. Who wins the Meme 1 Safety Award?
Let me see. I'll give it to Kyle.
I believe Kyle had a penalty, but we'll ignore that.
But obviously Luke might be in investigation, Juan might be under investigation.
Liam wasn't in an investigation and he's no penalties.
Alright, Liam gets it.
Oh, hey, Liam wins the Meme 1 Safety Award by no influence of my own. But I believe that is all we do have time for here in FVR. Another fantastic Russian Grand Prix. And the championship is closing up now because Legend's not taking as many wins, and neither are Aston Martin. So we thank you all for watching. Oh, hold on. No, we don't thank you all for watching, as Tyler has sent in a POV.
Can I see this thing?
Oh, no. That will not be removed. So that is a horrendous warning to pick up. Oh, no. So I think as it stands now, Juan Hernandez is the winner of the Russian Grand Prix. Anyways, as we were currently cutting through, we shall see you next time. We are racing. I have no idea where we are next week. We will see you next time. Stay safe, stay well, and goodbye.